Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of No Smoke. Today we're going to be talking about Kanye West. He found himself in the news recently for his comment saying that the 400-year enslavement of African Americans sounded like a choice to him. And so I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not going to address the slavery component or his comments. There's enough history books, enough diaries, enough made for TV movies, enough made for Hollywood movies to showcase the horrors of slavery and some of the egregious acts that occurred during that period. So I'm not going to address that. What I am going to address though is, after his comments, people were outraged, wanting to boycott, wanting to kick him out the black community, if you will. And so one thing I think Americans are overlooking with this situation is, or have forgotten, that a little over a year ago, Kanye West was hospitalized for a mental breakdown, for mental illness. And so one thing we do in America is we kind of marginalize mental illness. Kanye West's breakdown was so severe, he had to cancel his tour, which cost hundreds of millions. All of his businesses were put on hold, and he had to go seek medical treatment. That is a significant event. But when it comes to mental illness in America, we kind of trivialize it and think, we relate it to maybe having a common cold. It is not. Mental illness is just that. It's an illness, and it needs to be looked at the same way as cancer, diabetes, heart disease, high and low blood pressure. Like, it has to be looked at in that way. And just like all of those things, mental illness, if not treated, it can get worse over time. It can eventually claim your life. It is a real serious problem. And so I think people are really overlooking the serious nature in which Kanye has dealt with mental issues, that we know for at least a year. It may have been longer than that. And so I noticed something, especially in the black community, we tend to marginalize mental illness. Whether we have a family member or, a friend, that uncle that, they put in the attic and feed graham crackers. Well, you can't do that to Kanye West. He's too big of a figure. You can't put Kanye in the attic. And so instead of trying to ignore it, we can use this as an opportunity and a platform to address mental illness, not just the black community, but in all communities. And so instead of boycotting, I really think, Kanye West needs prayers and hopefully treatment. He may need it for the rest of his life. And so if you know somebody who struggles with mental illness, or even if it's you, or know somebody, a friend, a family that struggles with depression or suicide, please get help. Your real friends and family will understand. Mental illness is a disease, and that's no smoke.